YouTube, which Mav fans across the world, it is your boys. We are back yet again. The We Talk Mav dynamic duo here once again with another one for your head top.
Yes, sir.
If you guys don't know by now, if you've been following our channel, been following our socials, you know I'm real. And joining me on today's video, man, is the only guy in the world that I know that falls for the Dwight Powell pump fake. And that's my boy King. What's up, man?
Nothing much, brother. What's going on with you?
Oh man, nothing much, man. I'm wiping my brow of sweat, man, because I almost, man, I almost had to eat my words today, man. But
Free bingo.
yeah, we're about to get into that though. We're about to get into that. Uh, like I said, guys, welcome to another edition of We Talk Mavs. If you're new to the show or new to the channel, I'm go ahead and give you a rundown of how our show works. We give you overall reactions to the game. We give you our positives, then we give you our negatives. We give you the game ball no matter wins or losses. And then we turn it over to you guys with your questions and your comments. We post them throughout the show, but we will address them at the end of the show. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. So as you guys know, the Dallas Mavericks win by the skin of their teeth against the Oklahoma City Thunder, aka free bingo spaces, 104 to 102. We had the two top performers in this game, who was Luca with his 41st career triple double, and Shea Gildress Alexander. Go ahead and get into the shooting percentages here in the game. As y'all can see right here, man, Dallas's field goal percentage was down to 39%. Shot 32% from three, which it felt like it was lower than that. And they shot a lot of free throws tonight. Got a fairly good amount of them in today. Could have been a little bit better. Luka missed a few of them himself, so and he missed a few clutch free throws down the end of the stretch. Now, with all that out the way, King, go ahead and give us your overreaction of the game tonight.
Overall reactions. I don't give an overreaction. I normally do that, but it felt like we were going to run away with the game earlier, and we did not. Obviously, it became a 2-point game at the end there. Shout out to Tim Hardaway Jr. for grabbing onto was Scala at the end of the game, getting a steal out of it. But the Mavericks, it felt like they were going to like cruise with this game. I thought at the beginning, and things ended up changing. Guys started getting beat up a little bit. I felt like it was a physical game. Wasn't expecting it to be as physical as it was, and I felt like the referees kind of let it get a little physical out there. I feel like the shooting percentages with this team right now really flows with Luka Doncic. Luka he hasn't been shooting the ball very well, so I feel like the percentages haven't been looking pretty good. He had a decent all around game if you take away not the free throw, but just the field goal shooting in particular. Um, but yeah, his shot isn't flowing right now. He's pretty awful at shooting, especially from 3-point range right now. His free throws have been good. So you got to take the good with the bad, I guess. But his just overall shooting has just not been Luka Doncic's level of what we expect right now. KP came out hot at the beginning of the game. I felt like he set the tone for us. We ran some plays through him just to get it started. He did his thing. JB was good. Another one of those games where I don't want to say guys didn't play well. I hate that Josh Green missed the last two free throws. Obviously, we're getting to that in the negatives, but guys still did their jobs. I just felt like Luka didn't shoot a good percentage, and that was the main thing I took from this. Defensively, we're still a monster. I hate that they made that three at the end of the game to go over 100 points or whatever.
Yeah.
We keep giving it up to them, and then the Houston Rockets. So the two awful teams were actually giving up over 100 too, and we beat the other guys, to less than 100. But I mean, it was a decent game. Not a lot of turnovers either way. I guess it wasn't that sloppy. And the Mavs pulled it out. Like the Oklahoma City Thunder have beat a few decent teams this year. I feel like it, and it felt like they were getting towards that point where they may do it. But I actually took a breath at the end of the game and said, you know what, the Mavs gonna win this. Why am I getting even worried about it? And they found a way to win it. It was great to see them winning on defense. It's kind of ironic, I guess. That's the way this year has been. So I'm sticking on the point now. I've jumped on the train. of saying that this team with these pieces right now could possibly be a contender in the Western Conference. I'm feeling right now that I really think they really should make it to the Western Conference Finals this year. If they win one series, I think they'll win the next one as well. It's just about matchups right now and who we can play and how we do. With the way it's looking right now, we're basically just waiting for the offense to catch up. It's as simple as that. It's really as simple as that. This offense gets in a groove where it's consistently clicking. This team we've been beating teams by good amounts. The point differential has been awesome this past month or whatever. This was only a 2-point game, I know, but I feel like if the offense catches up to the defense right now, just in any way, shape, or form, this team is going to be like just a force to reckon with. So that's my overall takes of the game. I know it was a little bit much, and it was Oklahoma City Thunder, but sometimes games like this happen, and you need to show your resiliency against teams and show them, put your foot down at the end and show that you're the better team. So a win is a win.
A win is a win. See, that sounds good right now for me because I know in the last video y'all heard me calling them a free bingo space, and Oklahoma City all year, to be frank with you, man, they've been playing tough. Like they're not just some team you just roll over like that. Now they don't have a lot of wins to show for it because that has a lot to do with their inexperience. You heard that their overall age average was like 23 years old. So you saw when Giddey ran into his teammate around that time when they had got the ball and they were trying to score and trying to tie the game back up. But yeah, I took from this game, man, is Dallas didn't put. I know you probably heard the post game with Dodo. He kind of said it himself. Teams like that, man, you got to put the foot on the throat, man, and they didn't do that. They got a little lax, got a little comfortable, and Oklahoma City started coming back into the game because Dallas had a nice, comfortable lead in the third quarter. It seems like now in these games they starting to kind of pick up their pace and start to, balloon their lead and pull away a little bit in the third quarter. But it was like in that maybe like the last like 5 minutes of the third quarter, that's when Oklahoma City started making it the game again. Then in the fourth quarter, Dallas started kind of pulling off, kind of giving themselves a little comfortable lead, about 7 points here, 6 points there. And then that's when they started getting chippy towards the second half of the fourth quarter. That's when they started kind of going, not back and forth, but Oklahoma was kind of like a toenail away from touching us a little bit there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those games, man. Like you said, you're going to have games like this. Another takeaway I took from it too, man, y'all probably saw Max Kleber got hurt. We don't know how serious it is yet. I think they were just being precautious with him, man, to kind of keeping him out. Didn't really need him tonight. Said he had a sore knee. Lucas sprung his ankle again, which I think it might be the same ankle it's been nagging him all year. Like you said, not a lot to take out of the game. You had 6 players in double figures again tonight, so that was good. Of course, like I said in the beginning of the video, Luka had his 41st. Shout out to Dirk, his 41st triple-double today, which it really didn't feel like a triple-double in the game. I completely forgot. I knew he had a lot of dimes, but the rebounds are kind of out of sight, out of mind with me. But just overall, man, just a win that they needed. Because I'm not gonna lie, you knew somebody already hit me up already talking about, hey man, you called this a free bingo space and we almost lost. So I'm just glad they pulled the win out, man. They definitely needed it. You definitely don't want to get a loss against teams like this. These are the games you got to capitalize on, man, and get a dub, man, to keep yourself in that race for that 4th seed.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Mr. Positive, man, what do you have tonight for the positives?
My main positive is going to be, again, the defense. I know fourth quarter won't show that it was a great defensive win, wire to wire exactly. I was going to get into that. But the defense, awesome. Dorian Finney-Smith, incredible. Dodo's playing for a new contract. We got also, what happened? I got a question for you before I keep going. What happened to Porzingis in the fourth quarter? Why did they keep taking him out? Is it just rest? What's going on?
I don't know. Matchups maybe.
I don't know. It just seems kind of weird.
About Oklahoma City kind of went small.
I guess, but you got to put KP. If he's your second best player or your third best, whatever you want to put there, you can't keep having these problems where these teams in these matchups where he's not on the court. I don't feel like that works. But Yeah, I mean, Dorian Finney-Smith was the main dude. Dwight Powell again had double digits. Dwight Powell's been on a run recently. I told you on the low. They didn't play Marquise Chris at all today.
Right.
I don't know. Everybody else.
I told you why that is. I think they're just going to stick with the 3-man big man rotation right now.
Maxey,
KP and Dwight.
KP and Dwight. Well, at times when you didn't have KP at the end of the game, you could have had Chris playing in the game for defense. I feel like for a smaller guy, I feel like he can run a little more with a quicker guy at the 5, but it is what it is. Other than that, my main, just the defense and Dorian Finney-Smith. Nothing else was too spectacular.
Sure.
Am I missing something?
You want to talk about KP's 5 blocks?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes,
he was being that eraser that you've been talking about.
But you know what though? I was thinking about Luka's 3 blocks. So he was.
Oh yeah, Luka had 3 blocks. Yeah.
KP was in the running for a second to be one of my game balls today. As far as getting it again, I got 3 guys that I had to think about, but Luka had 3 blocks. KP did have 5 blocks. I'm sorry. He was changing shots at the rim.
You can't get KP like that, man. You got to show them respect.
I mean, he had 5 blocks, but he only had 13 points. So I mean, it's one of those days. He was just. I
kind of got my opinion on that, but yeah, go ahead.
He was just flowing. It wasn't like a bad game. Like I said, it just wasn't. I don't feel like it wasn't a great game. He had a great 5 blocks, but still 13 points, 5 blocks, and he didn't get double-digit rebounds, did he? No, he got 8.
No, he did. He had 8.
So it wasn't like it was great to see him do the 5 blocks, but I just felt like he was gone the whole 4th quarter. So I don't want to go too heavy into. He should have got 10 blocks for all I care, like I said before. But nah, man. I mean, it wasn't any too much, I guess, negatives, but it's not too much positives either, other than Luka getting a triple-double. And again, Dorian Finney-Smith, I felt like was a beast on the game and the defense in general. So that's my positives for the game. I'll let you have KP.
Yeah, man. KP, like I said, I think the thing with KP, I think the reason why his numbers aren't just right now is because, like you said, he didn't play a lot in the 4th quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what the game dictated. Not him not playing in the 4th quarter, but him, the points he got and the numbers he's putting up. I think it dictated that in the 4th quarter for him. And, I mean, in the game, I should say, for him, because he did more of his impact on the defensive side.
Yeah, he did.
Like, it was to the point, man, it was a bunch of times where Oklahoma City was going into the basket, man, and that was, second guessing themselves. Like, man,
turning around, like, nah.
Yeah, let me turn it back out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, KP did good today. Dorian did pretty good too, man. He had 17 to 10. It was a huge double-double for him. The Dwight Powell was effective, of course, in the paint. I can't be saying that, but the Dwight Powell was effective in the paint. Jalen Brunson played a pretty solid game today. Like I said, man, you had 6 players in double figures again. It wasn't a monster game for these guys, but like I said, you see that these guys are getting everybody involved. Everybody is getting involved right now, and that's a positive for this team, man. That shows what they've been kind of harping at going into the season this year. Is like we're trying to make it to where it's not so Luka centric, where it's Luka and then y'all just fill in wherever you can. It's like everybody the ball is moving, and it's good. It's beautiful basketball to watch too, man. When you see them moving the ball the way that they're moving it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, just imagine Luka makes his shots, man. Imagine if he made his shots with what goes on right now.
Man, what do you think that's the reason?
I think he hurt. I think Luka's hurt. I think Luka might not be 100% until next year, or unless maybe the end of the year where they might. Like, I really think the beginning of the year, him getting hurt, I think it hurt him, and I think he's still dealing with that leg injury or whatever. Like, it just keeps every other game you see him going to his left leg, either his knee or his ankle. I think he's still hurt, and I don't know if he's going to be healthy. That's an issue. So it scares me for the playoffs. This is the right setup as far as the team playing around Luka, as far as getting other guys involved in all. This is good because if Luka is injured, but I'm just scared that he may be a little hurt, man. That's why it's bunnies and all. He's just missing. He's just not getting his legs under him.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. When he twisted his ankle, I thought they were gonna pull him out.
No, he walked it right off though. He came up. He got a.
You saw him put waving him off and everything too on the sideline. Like no, we good. I'm good or whatever.
And he's wearing braces.
I'm sorry.
He's wearing braces. I was going to say that's all. He's wearing braces on both ankles and wearing a knee brace, I believe. So he's out there heavy, armored up. So that's how hurting his athleticism as well because he has more weight on him.
Yeah. I mean, hey, he need that weight on him too, man. You see how he was doing Lou Dort back down there in the paint? Hey, Lou Dort is like real stocky, he's strong, bro. Like that little squatty body, but he's real strong or whatever. And so he kind of was moving him around down there in the paint. So yeah, he definitely need. I mean, not like I think you said it on a previous video, man. Like he can still have the balance of that weight with kind of healthy muscle or whatever. Like he don't have to completely slim down or anything, but he can kind of change that most of that girth into some muscle.
Yeah.
And still be able to body his way down there because the dude already had the size. Yeah. That's God's given right there, the size. Now it's your job to kind of mold yourself along with that size, and then you can be a little bit more effective, man. Because like you said, the little nicks, the little knee here, the little ankle here, the little elbow here, or whatever the case is, man, that's gonna start adding up. And you don't want to be, out of shape and banged up going into the playoffs. You want to be as healthy as you can. If your favorite player is LeBron, you need to go ask LeBron how he do it. Yeah. LeBron spends millions of dollars, man, getting his body in the shape that he got it in, to the point that this dude went to 10 straight finals. And it's like, if you want to get to that level, if you want to be, like we said before in the previous video, you want to be known as one of those upper echelon guys, the Stephs, the Giannis. Matter of fact, look at Giannis. Look how Giannis gets his body prepared, man. This dude's like a machine out there. And if you want to be up there, man, not just known as a good player, but as a great player, those are the type of steps that you got to make, man. You got to get yourself prepared, man. And like you said, no more slow starts next year, man. You need to come out the gate ready, man.
I say Gordon Hayward, though. Gordon Hayward is a good example of how I'd like Luka Doncic to progress. Like Gordon Hayward, when he came in, he wasn't a bigger dude. He was just a guy that didn't really have a shape to him at all when he came into the league. Little thin dude, he just really having it. And now you look at Gordon Hayward, he's like, he got his muscles and all. So I think Luka, he needs to lose the baby fat and gain muscle. He needs to get a defined look out there so that he can go out there and still body guys the way he's bodying guys, these past 4 years or whatever. He doesn't. Right. I know he doesn't want to lose that. That's the comfortable medium. He's like, I want to be a bully out there. But for him to be able to get the right amount of lift on his shots and not miss bunnies and all that, and to be fresh in the fourth quarter, he needs to get his conditioning right so that he loses some body fat off his body. That's the issue.
Like I said, look at LeBron. LeBron, look how he's shaping. He's still moving cats out the way. You can still be, able to move people out the way, man, but still getting yourself in better shape. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to necessarily go out there like you don't got to be, Orlando Sean Kemp after he left Cleveland or whatever. But you still can get yourself in shape, man.
I say 230. I think Luka should stay at 230. 230 is the shape I think he can be around with him being 6'7" and being able to bully people and all. I think 230 is the weight he should stay around and get it to more of a muscle size instead of, I don't want to say he's fat. He's not a fat dude. It's just when you're looking at guys in the NBA, considered to them, he's out of shape, you should say. But nah, I mean, I just think 230 would be perfect for him.
So you don't want him to be 235 like Finley was when he played?
Finley was 235. What was he? He's 6'6". I think 230 will help him more because he's a point guard. I want him to be able to make quick cuts and all with the ball.
So what? It'd be nice with 220 though.
220 might be too small. Is that 6'7", 220? Yeah. He ain't gonna be a bully at all down there. But I think 230 and with muscle, if he gets straight muscle, 230. He can
go. He was a quick player. I'd be saying 220.
Yeah, exactly. He's Michael because Michael Jordan was like 220, right?
Yeah, he was 6'6", 220.
So yeah,
215, 220. Yeah. So yeah. All right, man. You know how we do it, man. With every positive, there are negatives. Well, we already talked about Luka. You want to get on his shooting percentage? The dude shot 23% today, man. 23%.
0% from three, right?
0.0% from three. We just talked about it a minute ago to the point like we don't know what the case is, what's going on with Luka and why he's missing so many threes. Like I said, to me, I feel like he's doing a whole lot more, difficult threes. But then he did do a few catch and shoot threes today, and it was just short. Like his stuff is like short and kind of, I can't say flat because KP's is kind of flat, but his was short though. His bunnies, the little floaters, some of those were short. And then the threes were short. So usually, man, I learned when I played that usually when your shot is short or whatever like that means you're losing your legs.
Yep.
Which means that two things: either you're tired or you're hurt. and I don't think he's tired. So you might be onto something, man, with the legs. Like you said, he's constantly grabbing the legs, got the brace. Them ankles been out of there all year.
Mhm.
So it might be something to where he might actually be hurt and we don't know. Not like super serious hurt or whatever, but he might be something might be wrong there, man. Because like I said, all his jumpers were short. His floaters were short. He
He
barely
probably,
had lift on the floater. So it's just like I don't know what's going on with Luca, man.
he
I
probably,
hope
he
something
probably got.
changes before we get to the playoffs.
I think he might have a torn ligament.
No, don't. Oh my God, don't say that, boy.
I know you don't want to hear, but I'm serious. He might have. It's something where he had a whole month off, just
Yeah,
about, and he's still not healthy. So he probably has a torn ligament where he needs months off. Like he needs to go this whole off season and just prepare. This should be the off season of Luka Doncic's body. Like if I was Mark Cuban, he's not going to Slovenia this year. Nope. You're staying in Dallas this year. In the summer, we're going to take care of you and make sure you're good for the next year. That's what I'm doing if I'm Mark Cuban. He's not going back to Slovenia. I cannot allow it this year.
no, I mean, because remember at one point he was kind of doing that to Dirk.
Uh-huh.
Remember when
Mm-hmm.
Dirk was starting to kind of get hurt a little bit, man. But the difference is like Dirk get hurt and he still go out there and put that work in.
Yep.
Like both his ankles would be shot and he still go out there and get you 25.
I mean, he put the
So
work in though.
yeah,
This is an awesome. Anybody else? Here we go again. John Moran had this game today. We'll be saying what? Let's not look at the percentages. Let's look at the straight numbers. John Moran has this game. Oh my God, what is this? Is amazing. John Moran had a 21-point triple double or whatever.
yeah,
Luka has it though. It's just like you said. I didn't see him get the rebounds. I knew he had a few assists and all that. Like this is we expect it. We expect Luka to average 9 and 9. Man, it's just crazy. It's like LeBron James with the 27, 7 and 7. Like we kind of expect Luka to get 8 and 8 at least on his assists and rebounds, and then about a 25 point as far as on the scoring we want him to get. So it's the gift and the curse of him being so excellent. Like I said, I watched it on VR today, and they had Richard
oh
Jefferson.
yeah, how did that go?
That was pretty. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. We had courtside view, and then they had a camera like underneath the both rims or baskets or whatever I should say. But it was pretty cool to watch it though. But they were talking about it on the game. I mean, as far as on the game, Richard Jefferson talking about that Luka needs to. They said a couple of things. They say he needs to lose weight. They talk about his defense, which is actually better this year. People were not talking about it. And 3, they talked about him complaining to the refs and that the media and that the fans don't like it a lot. And there's a lot of times where he'll go and something to happen. Like he blew a layup this game and he just stopped under the rim.
Yeah,
Like mad. It's like
yeah.
the rest of the squad was running. It's like, come on, Luka, you can't do that. But
because he stood there and like had his hands on his shoulder and kind of looked down or whatever while they were going on a fast break, man. You don't want to do stuff like that, man. You don't want to gain a reputation of doing that, man. Pouting and all that type of stuff and crying to the refs.
And we love Luka. We love Luka. Everyone, if you're a Maverick fan, you gotta love Luka. But there are little idiosyncrasies and things like that Luka Doncic does that you're just like, man, Luka, I hope that's a maturing process and you get out of that when you get older, man. Because that is annoying. If this was a different team and he was doing that, it'd be annoying. It's times when he's getting hit by guys and I guess he's thinking it's a foul and he's like looking at the ref while he's dribbling the ball and stopping and it's like just play. Just play, man. Just whatever happens. So
the ref ain't finna go back and say, my bad, Luka. Let's go back to the
oh, my bad. 5 seconds ago he fouled you. We're gonna tweet that. Sorry. Like just keep playing the game and all. But I mean, this is us just finding ways to harp at a 22-year-old kid. So who knows, man? Let's see when he's 25. Hopefully, we're not having the same conversation on We Talk Mavs in 2025.
Right. Because like I said, man, I kind of agree with you. Luka's gonna have to go into this offseason with a different mind frame. Like he's young. We all had that type of mind frame when we were young. We can eat and do whatever we wanted at that age and feel like there was no consequence. But for Luka, he's different. You are a professional millionaire athlete now, man. You have to treat your body different, man.
Yep.
These athletes nowadays, man, are a freak of nature. This is all they do. They spend their time getting their bodies prepared and getting their game perfected. This is what everybody do. They've done this since they were in AAU. And so you have to go in there with that mind frame. You can't just go in there with the mind frame of, I'm talented. I've been doing this for the last 3 years, like you said, putting up 25 or 26, 27, and like 8 and 8 or whatever. So, It ain't nothing. I'll get it right. Like no, if you want to take that next step, if you want to be known as one of the greats, you have to change your mind frame because right now you're in that all-star level right now.
Yeah.
You're not in the superstar level. You're in the all-star level. If you
Mhm.
want to make it to the superstar level, you got to change your mind frame in and get your body right.
Playoffs, man. We all waiting for the playoffs. It's really all this going to be obsolete if Luka comes out and drops you 35 a game with 10 and 10 in the playoffs again. It won't even matter. We'll be like, oh well. Like, so I'm not going to harp on it too much because, like I said, this is all kind of a blessing in disguise for the team in general. Because I feel like with Luka having the struggles that he's having, other guys are stepping up. Like Dorian Finney-Smith is playing the best basketball of his career. Dorian Finney-Smith is amazing right now.
Just Dorian trying to get paid.
Yeah, Dorian even playing a little bit of point forward at times. Like people not even talking about that. I see Dorian coming up with the ball and setting up KP and all. Like I'm watching this with Dorian Finney-Smith this year. So I'm just waiting for Luka. We want playoff Luka. If we can get playoff Luka in the playoffs, I'm not worried about any of this. But if he's hurt, I'm worried about him being playoff Luka in the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree, man. I just want him to bring that type of game that he has in the playoffs in the regular season. Now, I understand you're not going to do it every single night, but we want you to do it the majority of the nights that you're playing. Because if you get that look in the playoffs during the regular season, we're talking about top 3 in the West.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's why we get on him about these certain things. Yeah, we know you show up in the playoffs. We do know that. But why can't you do that in the regular season too? That way you get better positioning in the playoffs to where it makes it a little bit easier for you in the playoffs. Yeah. You know, I'd rather play Portland right now than, Utah or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you want to position yourself to make it a little bit easier for you going into the playoffs.
Yep.
So that's the key. All right, man. Any more negatives you got, man?
Not really. Just not a good shooting night in general. The Mavs can win without shooting well, though. That's so we can go back to a positive with that. They've done it a lot this year, so it's going to be a stretch that comes, man. It's going to be a stretch to come where they just amazing on offense. I feel it coming. Right. It's going to come, and it's going to be like our point differential is already jumping right now, as far as in the league. Like the analytics, golly, that word kills me every time. But if you watch the Mavericks, the whole team statistics, like everything as far as their team statistics is jumping right now. Basically, right. Except for offense, everything else is jumping. They're becoming a great team in front of your eyes if you watch those type of statistics. So, as I said, if they can just start knocking down shots, I was watching the cast on as well on NBA. What is it?
TV?
No, League Pass. I'm sorry. It's like a certain view you can watch with these two guys I've never seen before to like talk analytics and stuff. And
okay, I know you're talking about. Yeah, I know you're talking
and about. They were talking about all this stuff with the Mavs. Like the Mavs are climbing up as far as defensive position. They said all these open shots.
You didn't see the numbers on Valley today.
No, I didn't.
So in the last 9 games, Dallas is number 1 in every statistical defensive category.
That's what I'm saying, and they're better with Luka Doncic on the court.
Yeah, they have better numbers defensive wise, efficiency numbers with Luka on the court. Besides, instead of him being off the court, so
he's making up for it. I mean, we want so much from Luka, but truthfully, that means he's playing defense, which means that if his shot's not going in, he's doing what he's supposed to do, and then he's averaging almost. Well, now with this game, he probably is averaging a triple double in this month again. So
probably every time I look up, man, he got like 11 rebounds or something, or 12 assists or something.
He's done had 5, I think. Or he's done had 3 in the new year so far.
Yeah,
I believe. So I think he's about averaging that. It's just the percentages, man. If he can get the percentages up, again, he's the best player in the NBA. If he's shooting a 48% and 35 or whatever, he'd be averaging about 30 points a game.
Yeah.
So he'd be the best player in the NBA, but it's always just one thing. It seems like the luck of the draw for the Mavericks is always one thing that's just missing. It's like, why can't we get it? And this year is that I just hate again that every year his numbers are going down as far as his scoring. I do not like patterns. I'm big on numbers, and I do not like patterns, man.
I think, like I said, man, you pointed this out in the last video though. it's not just him. It's scoring across the board in the league. It's like everybody's trying to adapt to not being able to shoot 18 free throws a game.
That's true.
James Harden shot will give you 12, 13 free throw attempts a game. He's not doing that anymore. So his numbers are dropping. And like you said, the highest scorer in the league is Kevin Durant, like 29. There's no 30-point scores. It's because everybody's adapting now to the whole to the whole rule changes. Now, this might be the norm going forward. We don't know. But right now, everybody's numbers are being affected because of the way things are being refereed. And
your boy LeBron numbers.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm saying your boy LeBron numbers went up.
Oh, he LeBron. He did. LeBron did. That dude is 115 years old, man. I heard giving you 38 and 8.
Golly, man.
Still give you numbers, man. I don't know that.
I would hate to be a Lakers fan. Golly, that's horrible.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Kobe all over again his last year, not to get off the track of the Mavs, but that whole last year, Kobe putting his all into it, tearing his Achilles. This reminded me of that all over again.
And he's definitely putting his body out there on the line, man. So, yeah, it's crazy. But, yeah, man, so we're going to go ahead and get into the game ball, man. Who you giving the game ball to tonight?
It was a toss up between three people, as I said before. I wanted to give it to KP because of his early actions, but I felt like I don't know if it's just because giving him rest against OKC or matchups, like you said, it took him out the second half really. So I'm not giving it to him. And then Dorian Finney-Smith had another amazing game. I kind of wanted to give it to him as well, just because it's Dodo, and man, I need a Dodo jersey so bad, man. If anybody in the comments got a hook up on that, please let a brother know. But I'm gonna go give it to your boy, Mr. Luka the Don. Another 20-point triple double, just easy triple doubles. He
you ran this dude, you threw this cat under the bus and hit him with all 18 wheels, bro. You gonna give him the game ball
because Luka Doncic.
Is that your way of saying I'm sorry, bro?
It's not my way of saying sorry. It's just my way. It's my way of saying that I believe Luka Doncic should be the best player in the NBA. Like I believe Luka Doncic should be the best player in the NBA, and it hurts me every year watching him, thinking he's going to take that next step to be that best player in the NBA. And it's like, come on. So I'm
you know what, man? Like you said before, he's still young. How old is he? 13 years old. Yeah, so he's still young, bro. Like I'm hoping that you get players like Dirk, you get people like Jason Kidd that can work with him and get him to understand. Because he still has time. I remember I told you, it's like a while back, I told you that they were saying that players of Luka's caliber don't start clicking in with them to about 26 years old. Mm-hmm. And I feel like he's already ahead of that curve. So he should be able to click. I should be able to click with him now to where this offseason, man, work on your body. That's it. Just work on your body. Get yourself prepared. Get yourself mentally ready. Get all that, man. So that way you can take the talent that you've been having over these last 3 years, you add it with that part that you added to your physicalness and all that stuff. And that way you can take that next step. And so that way you can be in the MVP conversation because you these slow starts, you're not going to be in MVP conversation if that's really what he wants to do. You want to take that next step of being an MVP type of style player, bro. You have to come out the gates ready. Matter of fact, you're friends with the Joker. Ask him how he do it. It's why he's been the MVP candidate for the last 2 years. He won last year. He's a candidate again this year because he knew what he needed to do.
Everybody else considers Luka Doncic an MVP. Whenever he talks about it, he always talks like he doesn't care about it.
Yeah, he don't care. Yeah.
So maybe he doesn't care about it. Maybe he cares more about winning the championship. Maybe he really does, and it'll change in the playoffs. Maybe this is a different flow. We're complaining because we're trying to find something to criticize him about, but the team's playing good basketball. Like with him shooting this horrible percentage, the team is still, a beast, a lockdown beast. So maybe he is worried about that. I'm not gonna. You say you worry about the playoffs. I see the playoffs. Let me not judge Luka into the playoffs happen. Like I said, I just hate watching trends happen over and over again. I do know his numbers are going down, so I do hate watching that because it becomes. And then I'm watching other guys go up. So the issue becomes not only him going down, like we talked about last episode, the John Morants. They just won again. So like next year, John Morant's going to be talked about again. It's going to start being those, those GM polls they take beginning of the years, end of the years, and all that stuff. When he starts saying you got guys under 25, who are you going to take first?
Oh, you talking about the same GM polls that put Cat as the number one player they would take to start a
at a
franchise.
point. He was at a point though. We can't act like Cat wasn't a beast. He was a perennial all-star at a point.
No,
We just thought it was
he's
going to turn around.
he's always put the numbers up.
The
But
other
guess who else? Guess who else put numbers up in that system in that organization? Kevin Love. And what happened with that?
Oh, but Cat, hold on. No. We ain't gonna talk about Kevin Love. I thought Kevin Love was going to be at one point. I thought Kevin Love was possibly the best power forward in the NBA.
Everybody did.
We ain't gonna talk about it. So that ain't no BS. It's just he went to a system and changed his game up. I feel like to play with LeBron and them. But
he became a third option.
He became a third option. He did, and he took that option.
Is that what Cat need to do? He become a third option.
I think he need to become a second option. I think Ant gonna be the number one option on that team though. But that's because Cat's not a guard. It's hard to be a number one option when you're not a guard. It's the truth.
No, I agree.
But going back to Luka and all in this game, I just know Ja Morant and them guys like that are coming. So if the playoffs are going to be a big stepping stone for Luka, I feel like this year, because if he doesn't we lose in the first round again, and the Memphis Grizzlies win the first round, all those polls are going to say Ja Morant over Luka Doncic now. I'm just keeping it real with you. It doesn't matter if we say Luka doesn't have a better team, if Ja has a better team, or whatever it is. They're building their case to say that Ja Morant's better than Luka Doncic already. It's happening. So
and those polls change like every year, man.
It does. But I always wanted Luka to have that LeBron James effect where, just consistency, just of domination. And I know he's not LeBron, so stop expecting LeBron from him. But I want him to be all-star every year, first team NBA every year, starting in the all-star game every year, the best player or the argument of the best player every year. But this is a rough year. So, and who knows? Maybe this year, with the success of the team they may have, maybe this will be the year that finally pushes Luka over the hump to worry about his condition. And maybe he needs that foot up his butt to say, someone's coming, right? To actually motivate him, because I do think he works well under motivation, or like when stuff happens. We
saw it in the game.
We just saw the game, against Memphis, where they talked about Ja Morant and he went out there and said, "Nah, you forgot about me." So I think this year will be a big year with him, and I think he gets a whole summer of J Kidd, Nico, Dirk, all those guys. So I think this will be a big summer. I just wish the shooting percentages would get better right now.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get into the part of the show, man.
Did you give yours?
Yeah, let me give it to Dodo, man. Since you disrespecting Dodo out here, man, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Dodo. I know you said he trash. I know. No, Dodo did good today, man. He had had a huge 17 and 10 tonight, man. He shot pretty well. He started out slow from three, but he finished it with 4 out of 7. He shot 5 on 11 from the field, so I'm definitely giving it to Dodo, man. Surprisingly. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get to the part of the show, man, where it's you guys part of the show now. Your questions and your comments, we about to get into it. So if you guys have any questions, any comments, go ahead and get it in now. And let's go ahead and get it ready, man. Let me start all the way up here to the top.
Hey, we got a lot of them. I like that.
So this guy right here, I don't know what this means. Is these the referees for the game?
Yeah, they're probably the referees, I think. Yep.
Oh, okay. You said rigged the game. Must be an Oklahoma City fan.
I thought one of the refs were Gucci Mane.
Yeah, I thought it was too. What's his name? I don't know his name, so
I don't see Gucci Mane. I was looking for him down there, but they didn't rig the game. If you think they rigged the game for the Mavericks, you're wilding. Like the Mavericks had a 22-point lead, and then that switched around. So
exactly,
it is what it is, though. I mean, the refs do what they do.
Yes, sir. My baby says hi. Hey, babe, how you doing? And then she
I can't see that I got an Android.
and then she said, "Come on, Tim. I knew he would come back around." I'm not gonna go that far, but okay. He did have a key. Man, Tim ought to be struggling in the clutch, man, with his free throws, man. That's part of me making me.
Tim is not clutch. He's not clutch.
Oh my god.
He's not clutch. Oh my god.
Can we go back in time, man, and get his dad, and he come on.
I'm about to say this, and I can't believe it because I wanted Tim to stay. We got to get rid of Tim Hardaway. We got it. If he isn't producing offensively, he's a liability. He's a liability. He
did okay tonight on defense. He did okay.
Man, I watched him
he normally does.
I watched him getting smoked by Shea. I watch Shea run past him every time, just about.
Hey,
I know
Shea was smoking everybody, to be honest, bro. Shea was
I
smoking
feel
everybody.
you, but he was getting defended by Tim Hardaway a lot, and Tim was letting him just go right by him. He did nothing. So it was just
he even made Dodo and them look kind of soft, bro. I was just like,
he did.
Shea a problem, man.
He did, but Tim
can we get Shea? Can we get Shea?
I wish we could. I asked somebody in the VR game how much longer they think Shea gonna stay there if OKC doesn't become a playoff contender, and they said he's not gonna make it past his contract. And I said, I believe you. I don't think he makes it past his contract either.
And I don't think it's gonna be more of his decision. I think it's gonna probably be Oklahoma City, because you know how they moving right now, bro. They got all these draft picks, and they feel like they can pull the trigger on somebody, bro.
For what?
And him being a big, a huge, young up and coming star, bro. Like they gonna probably move him before he has to get moved. But
what are these draft picks for?
I agree. I don't think he's gonna make it past the contract, bro.
What are these draft picks for, though? What are they doing with them? Just collecting them?
I have no idea, bro. Like, these drafts ain't just the best drafts either, too. So I don't know.
They just keep collecting them. They done missed out on the past few years as far as getting the top guys. So like, what are they? Are they just going to keep collecting draft picks for no reason? Like, when are you going to make them count? When does your team become good again, or you just keep collecting assets?
Now, Sam Presti is a good GM, though. So
I
give him the benefit of the doubt.
I mean, we could play devil's advocate the same way, though. Sam Presti is the same guy that let the OKC Thunder team be a what if. So he hired the coaches as well, right? The GM do hire the coaches too, right?
Good night, everybody.
All right.
So, all right, man. Pavel, what's good, man? He said OKC took Cleveland to the wire. Yeah, they did. Like I said, Cleveland, not Cleveland. OKC has been balling, like not balling, but they've been tough this year, man. Like they play you tough, man. Like it's like I said, I had to eat my crow. I did say I thought it was a free bingo space. I was looking at the record. They are the type of team, man, that's gonna fight you, man. They're not gonna lay down. And as y'all saw tonight, it took Dallas with a key defensive stop, man, to finally beat this team tonight.
Was it only 3 games? Did we play them one more time? Or that's it, we swept them?
Wait, we played them 3 times already? I thought we played them twice.
I believe this was the 3rd time. This was the 3rd time. We beat them once without Luka, once with Luka, and then today was the 2nd time with Luka, I believe.
Oh, okay. You taught me something. I thought this was the 2nd game.
I think this is 3rd.
About games, huh?
But that's why they play this tight, though. I'm saying we beat them 2 times already, no team wants to get swept.
Yeah, it's true. Nobody want to get swept. All right, man. Let's go on to the next one. Israel, he says that's right. Win is a win. Yeah, that's King's mantra right there, man. Win is a win. You got a T-shirt to say it on there and everything too. So
at the end of the day, it don't matter what the record. Do y'all remember what games back on the 72-10 Bulls or the 73-9 Warriors where they went down to the wire with a team? No, you don't. I answer that for you. So it doesn't matter. A win is a win.
Yes, sir. Ben Price, what's good, man? He said, "What's up, boys? I'm sweating a bit at the end, if not fatigue." Yeah. Like I said, man, I know I was sweating, man, because somebody hit us up earlier, man, kind of grilling me about how I called him a free bingo space, man. Now I'm gonna have to go back to just taking things game by game, man. See that, King? See what happens, bro, when I try to step out on a limb there, bro, and I see what I do. Like, see. Yeah, they definitely pulled that one out, man, by the skin of their teeth right there, Ben. All right, man, we got another one here. So Pavel said, "Did you hear Luka yell, 'I can't hit an effing shot'?" Yeah, man. Like I said, when like King said earlier, he had missed that layup and kind of just stood under the goal and put his hands on his hip and put his head down instead of getting back on defense. And it's like, man, yeah, it's. I don't know what's going on with Luka, man. I don't. Like I said, it's something with his legs. Because whenever your shot is short, it's something with your legs. Either you're tired or your legs hurt. Something. So it got to be one or the other. And I don't think he's tired. Because the dude played, how many minutes he played tonight, man?
He played 39. He played the most.
See? 39 minutes. So I don't think that he's tired. So
I think another thing. Go ahead. I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead. Finish.
No, I was just gonna say it might be something with his legs, man, as far as like an injury or something. Go ahead.
I think another thing to look out for is watch when Luka gets a bunch of, like, we talk about Luka playing off the ball and getting shots when people set him up.
Yeah.
He was getting a lot of shots today. He was open on the 3-point line for a lot of wide open shots, and he was passing them up. He was either passing
that might
to
be
the
a
next
psychological
guy.
thing because he's missing his shots.
Yeah, so he was passing it as far as getting rid of it, like he didn't trust his shot, or he would try to drive it. He would have an open 3-point shot, but he would drive into the lane to try to give it to somebody else, and then they would swing it around for some shots. Usually, he would get the hockey assist, where somebody would find somebody else and then cash it down. So he's not confident in the shot right now at all. I can tell Luka he's not feeling his shot. His mid range is bread and butter though. So his mid. Maybe he just get to the mid range. He's just post. Stop playing point. Really, they should switch him and JB and just let JB play point and then play 2 guard.
JB has been handling the ball a little bit more.
Yep, let him play 2 guard. Let him just play in the post. Luka in the post all day. Luka is the most efficient post player we have on our team. Sorry, Kristaps Porzingis, but
sure
Luka. No, it's not Kristaps. But Luka is the
that's
most
another
efficient.
negative too, man. With Chris.
Oh my God,
bro. Come to the ball. Why you? Oh man. Okay.
He did at the end though. He did. The one at the end, he did come to the ball.
At the end,
the one with Tim almost gave it away
like 5 times, and it kept going over you and knocking it away. He's like, bro, you come to the ball. What are you doing?
But that's because he kept posting up the same way, and guys weren't like when I don't know why when KP asks for a post up, there's another guy beside him. Why don't they just post him up individually on the one side of the court with no one by him? And just let it just be a clear out on that side.
So we don't trust you, bro. With the ball,
it's usually always someone around him still, and it's like move. Let KP just stand there and do something. But I don't know. It's games like this. This is why the Mavericks fans don't trust KP's post ups. Nope. Like I know they talk about the numbers look good, but when you're watching it with your eyes, you're like I've seen times where it just doesn't flow right. So it doesn't look like it's a great play to run.
I told you if I'm cringing every time you get the ball in the post, that ought to tell you something, man. It's like I don't know, man.
I'm cringing every time Luka shoots a 3.
Yeah, me too. I'm holding my breath. I'm like, maybe this is the one that's gonna go in. And like I said, he just kept short. All of them was short, and just like okay, I don't know, man. But yeah, let's go back to these questions real quick. So Pavel said, "What do you guys think about the Miles turning for Dwight Powell and Jalen Brunson, then acquiring Goran for the secondary ball handler?" King has wrote a letter to the NBA in behalf of the Mavericks, already green lighting that trade. So yeah, he's on board with that one. He's on board with that
one. I would be. No, I'm not. I'm not on board with that one. Not with JB. I think we get Miles Turner without Jalen Brunson being involved. I really.
So supposedly, according to the reports, it'll be Dwight and either Jalen or Dwight and Dorian Finney. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but I think that's if they don't want to go with the first round picks. So I heard the Pacers are looking for 2 first round picks, which I'm not willing to give up for Miles Turner.
I do 1, but I don't want to do 2.
Not 2. We already owe the Knicks still 1 this year and all that. That's too many picks.
Next year.
Well, it's next year we owe them still. I thought it was this year.
No, we got our pick this year.
Okay, so then we owe them 1 more. Then
and we can't. So yeah, with them us giving away the pick in 2023, we can't use another pick in a trade until 2025.
Yeah. So I don't like giving up JB. I give up Dwight Powell. I'd even give up my man Josh Green. With Dwight and maybe a first round, and even maybe a first and a second. Yeah, I know.
Hold on. I'm just trying to make sure I'm hearing this correctly from you, King. I'm just trying to make sure I'm hearing this correctly for me. Adjust my headphones here. I could have sworn you just said I would give up Josh Green.
Yes, I give up Josh Green because then you're going straight for the present, not the future. Wow. If you're going for the present now, you let.
Bro, we gotta record this, man. Good thing this is getting recorded because I never would have thought I heard you say.
Yeah, I give up
Josh Green, man.
I'd rather give him up than Jalen Brunson if we get Miles Turner. If we get Miles Turner, I think JB gonna help us more in the playoffs than Josh Green will this year. So I'd rather have JB with Miles Turner, KP, and Luka and Tim Hardaway and all that. But if Nico really is a G and Nico can make this happen, you get rid of Dwight Powell and you get rid of Tim Hardaway Jr. for Miles Turner. If he can somehow make that happen, like he may be the greatest GM in Mavericks history already if he makes that happen.
Hey, if he can pull that off, you're right, man. He'd be the greatest GM of hitting all-time Mav history, bro. All right, man. Lyle said, I can't believe where we are. We were at defensively in the beginning of the season and where we at now. Yeah, it's all we gotta start giving props to Jason Kidd, man. Gotta start giving props to Jason Kidd. show him some love for the way Dallas playing their defense this year.
You know, we like 1 point away from being number one in the league is defensive rating.
I believe
like, I think Golden State is at like 100 and something, and we're like 102 point something. Like, I think we're like right away from them. Like, it's those games again. I go back to those maybe 3 games at the beginning of the year when we got blown out are the reason we don't have the best defense in the NBA. If those games didn't exist, we have the best defense in the NBA by far, I believe.
And the New York game.
Yep, like by far, we'd have the best defense in the NBA if those games didn't exist.
All right, let's go ahead and run through the rest of these real quick, man. It's getting a little late now. All right, Ben says KP was on a minute restriction as he came back recently. I can see that, which is funny because he would have been useful towards the end of the game. 4 blocks, 1 steal for him, 3 blocks, 3 steals for Luka. Yeah, yep. KP was a force in the paint. Like we said, he was diverting people away from the paint. Like, dudes would go in there thinking they had a lane, saw his shadow, was like, whoop, let me go on back out here, or they kicked it back out, to repost or whatever. And so, yeah, KP was a force. This is the KP that we've been looking for, man. We want you to be that guy that made people second guess going into the paint. And that's what he did tonight.
Just flow, right. KP, just flow.
That's the word. That's it. Like, yeah, don't try to go out there. I got to get 20 or whatever. Just
flow.
Thank you. Just flow. That's what everybody else is doing right now. Just let it flow. All right, man. So Powell says, I wonder if they have trainers that use Tom Brady's TB12 focus on elasticity. Maybe could help Luka with Luka need to give Tom Brady a call, man. He's gonna have you out here eating kelp and spinach juice and all kind of crazy stuff, man.
Why doesn't he work with Tim Hardaway though? Like, we have guys that have decent condition or decent body shapes on our team. It's not like we don't. Like, Tim Hardaway is a decent sized dude and all. Like, why isn't he working out with Luka? Why aren't you guys like training together and all?
I have no idea, bro. But yeah, he need to do something definitely. Like I said, this offseason coming up, man, it's a key offseason for Luka. The same way we talked about KP getting himself prepared, bro, and getting focused and getting ready and getting your mind and your body right. Luka need to use this offseason to do that. You don't have to go play for your team this year, this summer or whatever. So just get yourself focused and get prepared, man. And so that way we can start playing like this at the beginning of the season.
Next year is a year to put money on Luka getting MVP, yeah. If he's going to do it, he's going to do it next year.
I hope you're right. All right, man. Bro-in-law says I have a hard time accepting that you have to take out one of your stars out of the game for matchups. KP should be making opponents adjust to him. Good night, everybody.
That's it. Mm-hmm.
Good night, everybody. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow.
That's exactly it.
You hit the nail on the head, bro. Like, you hit the nail on the head, man. Like I said, 150 million. You a 7'3". You got to make it happen. Yes. We talked about what elite skill set does KP have. Every one of those elite players in the league make you have to adjust. Your game plan focuses on them. Those game plans, when they go into the game with the Mavericks, they're focusing on Luka. He's like, yo, we have to double Luka in the paint or something. They got to figure out some kind of way to stop Luka. LeBron, find a way to stop LeBron, so forth. Nobody, if you can have Lou Dort sticking you in the paint and you're 7'3". Now, Lou Dort not even 6'4". Nope. Maybe 6'4". I don't know if he's that. If you have a dude sticking you at 6'4" and you're 7'3", you should make that guy second guess sticking you. They don't do that. Like I said, we're yelling at you to come to the ball, which means that you're not used to posting up like that. You think, okay, I'm tall. Let me catch right here and turn around and shoot over you. There are the keys and factors to you posting up. It's not just let me just stand and you behind me and I catch it and that's it. You got to know how to post. You got to know how to position. These type of things you need to know if you are a guy that wants to post up regularly. He doesn't do that.
Nope.
And so, like a bro said, you making 150 million. You're 7'3". They call you the unicorn. These people should be adjusting to you. You're right, man. You 100% right.
He's supposed to be elite at blocking and shooting threes. His blocking is trying to come back, but his 3-point shot isn't there yet. That's why they call him the unicorn. So we got JB. JB's an elite mid-range shooter. JB is elite at not turning the ball over, at ball handling. As far as
JB is very solid. He's a very, very, very
like. But he's elite at those two things. Like, he doesn't his assist to turnovers is elite. His mid-range, as far as mid-range shots, is elite. Like, he's an elite level guy at those things. KP, he's not elite at posted. It's not elite, or we wouldn't be cringing. He's not elite in shooting threes.
Right.
And then he chooses
like
when he wants to be.
He can shoot them, but
yeah, like
he's not elite at it.
He chooses when he wants to be elite at blocking shots at the rim and all. So we need him making 150 to decide what he's elite at. So I'm not gonna harp on KP too much. He still, for the minutes he played, he did his job. Like, but I hate that they have to take him out. Like he said, we should never take our stars out for another team. KP's supposed to be better than everybody on that team. Everybody on OKC, KP's supposed to be better than them.
Thanks. I agree. All right, man. Let's go on to this next one here. He said LeBron is 250. I think Lucas should be 240, 245. Sorry, Pavel said this. Eventually lose 15 pounds of fat, gain 10 pounds of muscle, yes, and add 10 inches to his vertical. Yeah. That'll help with the vertical, and it'll help with his first step. Because I think, matter of fact, Pavel, I think you touched on it before on a previous video you wrote in that it doesn't look like Lucas is not able to blow by people anymore. And like I said, that could be it be a lot of factors. It could be the fact that he's out of shape, and the fact that people are kind of figuring him out a little bit. It could be a lot of factors in that. But yeah, if he can convert some of that into muscle, man, and just kind of slim down a little bit, he'll move a little bit faster, man, and he can get by people a little bit quicker. And like I said, help his vertical and all that good stuff, man.
Do me a favor, y'all. Shout out to a guy named Greg Court, a channel called Greg's Court. It's a Slovenian guy that's a big Luka Doncic fan. It's on YouTube. You can watch it. He posted not too long ago the best dunks of Luka Doncic's career, and this was back when he was over in Madrid or in Spain, playing over there. And you could see him off the bounce, off the vertical, dunking on guys, and he was lighter. So my thing is, I don't think he should be 240 because I feel like LeBron was already a natural freak as far as athlete and being able to jump with that weight and being he was already a big guy coming into the league. He was bigger than most dudes coming into the league.
Yeah, he came into the league at 18 and 6'6", 6'7", 230.
I don't think Luka already is that muscular fit, so I think Luka's not going to get to that muscular 240. I feel like if he loses weight, Luka will get muscular losing weight. I feel like because it'll be what he already has, and he just needs to trim down. I don't think I don't think he likes going to the gym lifting weights. I don't think that's what. It doesn't seem like that's what he likes to do. So I think a 235 with him, 235 at 6'7", he's still the biggest. He's a huge point guard that's going to post everybody up, and he'll be able to get past people. That blow by factor that we're looking at, that vertical jump, getting to the rim. Luka can do a 360. Did y'all know that? He did a 360 as far as warm up the other day. 360 dunk. Yeah. Like he can get up there and just do it. It's just that little bit of umph.
Yeah, I agree, man. All right, next question here. Lau said, "I'm afraid Luka won't show up 3-pointers wise during the playoffs this year." I hope that's not the case, man. He shoots about 35% for his career in the playoffs. I know it's a short stint, but he puts up very, very good numbers in the playoffs, man. Especially
39.5, bro.
I'm sorry.
He's basically a 40% 3-point shooter.
Pretty much 40%. So yeah, Luka. But you're basing it off of this year. I can't be mad at you for having that opinion, man, because what has he shown so far that kind of gives you confidence in him going into the playoffs and shooting his shots at an efficient rate?
Yeah.
Let's just hope that just like the last 2 years, that when he gets in there, something clicks.
Yeah.
That's what we're banking off of because of his track record. So
I'll keep it short and sweet. I was going to say the same thing. We didn't expect, playing devil's advocate, I didn't expect him to shoot 40% the last 2 years in the playoffs. So when he comes out and does one leg is fading to the left and all that stuff, hopefully he does it again. That's all I can hope for.
Yes. All right, man. Papa said I didn't like him getting on Brunson for repeated failed passes to KP either.
Nope.
Nah, I didn't like that either, man. I feel like you shouldn't have to force it down there to KP for one, because we don't feel comfortable with KP posting up. That's one thing. It should be natural. It should definitely be natural. If Bronson can break down the defense and then, like he did a few times, get you the ball while he's breaking down the defense and you hitting a wide open elbow shot, I would feel a whole lot comfortable with you doing that than him let me back out and then repost you up. Because we already talked about it already in this video. We cringe when he posts up. We cringe. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. So yeah, I'm with you, Pavel. Luka shouldn't be getting on him about posting up KP.
Yeah,
let get your points in flow.
I agree, Pavel, because I feel like Luka's not the one now to be yelling at Brunson about failed stuff failing right now, because Luka isn't a guaranteed bucket as well right now. So I saw it too when that whole play when they kept going back and forth to KP a few times and Jalen Brunson got a turnover. Luka was yelling, took the ball over when they came at the inbounds when they finally got it back and said, "Give me the ball," and all, like, stop doing that. And I'm like, I feel you, Luka. Like, at times when you need to take the ball and slow it down, but then you'll go jack up a step back three or something like that. And I'm like, who's going to call you out? Like, at the same time, they should be yelling at you the same way. So you're right. It's youth, but at some point we got to stop yelling at youth. I know.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's see what we got here. All right, Pavel says, curious who's on your guys' do not trade list. Luka, next.
Yep, that's it.
That's pretty much it, man. Everybody else, if you can give me a good piece in return, man, you can go.
Yep.
All right, man. Why can't what's up, Cheese Balls? He said, why can't Luka shoot? We don't know. That's what we talked about earlier in the video. Don't have any idea. We can speculate, of course. Like I said, I'm a hooper, so usually they teach you the first thing that goes when you're hooping is your legs. So when your legs go, that's when your shot kind of shortens and you kind of start missing your jump shots because you can't get that lift with your legs on your jump shot. So it could be two things. It can either be he's tired, which I doubt that's what the case is because, like King said, he played 39 minutes tonight. So it has to be the fact that he might be hurt. We've seen him grabbing them legs. We've seen him today. He twisted that ankle again. So it could be any factor, man. It could be any factor. And hopefully it's not something to the point that is going to linger to the point that's going to affect him in the playoffs. Because we definitely need playoff Luka this year, man, if they want to make that run that they think that they can make the way they're playing defense right now. So hopefully it's nothing too serious, man. What you think, man?
I agree. I'm just knocking on wood. I hope they don't need surgery.
Yeah, I like Dame Lillard.
Yeah, I'm hoping he doesn't need like a ankle surgery and all. I hope so.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Cheese Ball, for bringing it up. So yeah, he said we'll play them again in 2 more weeks. So yeah,
it's the last one. We play them 4 times then.
Yeah. He said it's 4th game. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then thank you, Pavel, because I don't know why I thought this is the second game. I can't even remember the other 2 games. I mean, I remember the last game, but I can't remember the game before that.
We played him early with Luka again.
Okay. Yeah, see, I don't even remember, man. The game's starting to run to each other. But yeah, appreciate that, fellas. All right, Ben Price said JB is possibly the most underrated and consistent player in basketball. We can't let him leave or trade him.
Can I attack that first? Can I attack that first, please?
Go ahead, man.
My question for you, Ben, and I have this question for everybody, and it's a simple question. Is Jalen Brunson championship level material? If we keep Jalen Brunson on this team, do you believe we are a dynasty type team right now with this team we got together? Because we gave Tim Hardaway Jr. his contract. KP got a contract. Luka got a contract. Do you believe Jalen Brunson on this team makes this team a dynasty type material? If you do not believe they're a championship or a dynasty type material, then
not even dynasty. Just start with championship. You think it's a championship team?
If you're a championship level team, then you should be competing for championships. They only got to be a dynasty, but I should say, constantly competing for championships. Then,
yes,
that's what I mean by that. So if you do not think Jalen Brunson's that guy that puts this team over the hump, even though he may be the second best player on the team, him being underrated and him having a contract that's a value is what you need to use to get someone else, because we went ahead and paid Tim Hardaway Jr. We paid Kristaps Porzingis. So now we see the guy that we need, but we can't give him the money because we got the other 2 guys. So Nico would have to do something glorious by getting rid of somehow Kristaps Porzingis or Tim Hardaway Jr. for us to pay Jalen Brunson, because he's looking, as I heard, for at least $20 million a year for 4 years on the market. So we're going to get no one else. Like that. That's our team wrapped up, and we need minimum veterans from that point on with the rest of our team. If you think that squad can do it, then we should keep JB. If not, then you need to look for who you can move, because JB may be a piece of it. I would hate to lose him, but you got to use what you got to use to get this team to the next level.
Man, I couldn't have put it better myself. I was just about to piggyback off of what you said, but you nailed it, man. You have to look at the fact that if this team, the way it's constructed right now, that means that you're going to keep JB. And let's say you keep Dodo. There's going to be 2 things. You're going to be stuck with this team for a while, and on top of that, you're going to be over the luxury tax. Yep. Are those 2 key components right there worth you signing him back? and keeping them on this team because you like them. Hey, we like a lot of guys on this team, but like King just said, if you feel like you can get better with the pieces that you have, you got to make that move. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I like JB just like everybody else. But look, if JB can give me a piece, a Miles Turner, somebody like that, somebody who can elevate us, you got to make those moves. But I understand, Ben, you're not the only one. There's a lot of people that feel like, man, they love JB. They love him. And I understand. But if you gotta think bigger picture here. If you think that you want to sign JB, that means that this is going to be your permanent team going forward. How do you feel about that? Do you really feel confident that this team can beat that team up there with the Brooklyns and the Golden States and the Phoenixes and all that stuff the way it's constructed right now?
Well,
you got to ask yourself that.
If we make it through the whole year with the whole team we got right now, I think JB's gone. I think we will sign Dorian Finney-Smith back. We will use his bird rights and all to get him back. And I think we're going to use JB, his money that he's going to demand on the free agency to get a sign and trade to get someone else to come on the team.
So $20 million can get you something. And
20 million with someone else, or we can trade someone else.
And we still have a trade exception.
Yep, still got a trade exception as well.
We have a trade exception. So there you go. All right, man. And last but not least, Pavel says, great show, guys. Thanks. On to the next one. Yes, sir. As a matter of fact, who we play next, Kings? I didn't even look at the schedule.
I think we play Wednesday against. We might have one more favorable squad team to play, I think, and then we get the hard guys coming up. I think after that. Let me see. I don't know. Toronto. Yep, and then we got Phoenix. So Toronto's not a bingo spot. It is at home, but I don't think we're gonna lose to Toronto.
Bro, we play Phoenix, and then we play the Grizzlies again, then Golden State. Those 3 games in a row. That is going to be man.
You know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen now. We're gonna lose to Toronto and beat all 3 of them.
I can see that.
Yep, that's what'll happen. We'll lose to Toronto and then beat all 3 of them. But I'm worried about that. I want to see that Phoenix game. I'm very interested in that Phoenix game because we almost beat them last time without Luka. So I'm very interested. That Phoenix game will decide how I feel about this season. That game right there, if they beat Phoenix and they beat them and they hold them to under 100 and all that again, I'm telling everybody, put money. If the Mavericks stay healthy, put money on the Mavericks. This is a year to put money on the Mavericks making moves right here because I really think the Mavericks, that's the game. That's the team I'm worried about.
All right. I heard it here. So that's going to probably do it for us, guys. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for rocking with us tonight, man. We definitely appreciate it. For those who are new to the show, do us a huge favor, guys, and hit that subscribe button down below. Of course, y'all know the season is still going, so there will be more videos. And if you enjoyed the content tonight, guys, I want y'all to go ahead and hit that like button too. That'll help us out with our algorithm. That'll help us go a long way with getting our videos out. We're starting to grow a little bit more. We're starting to pick up on our Twitter, as you guys can see here. You guys can follow us on Twitter too. If you guys have any questions or any comments or anything like that, like I said, say tomorrow you're sitting at home and you have a question or a comment, it kind of just pop up in your head. Hit us up on Twitter. And when y'all guys do that, can y'all also add hashtag question and comment? That way we'll know what you guys are. That way we'll know to put that on the show. We can post your comment here on the show too and address it here on the show. Let me see anything else I'm missing, man. Oh, we will be back on Wednesday night. So the Dallas plays at 7:30 Central. We will be back around this same time again that night when they play the Raptors. Hopefully that'll be a dub too. But King, you have anything else you want to add, man, before we end it?
Nope. Let's go Mavs. That's all.
Yes, sir. So like I said, guys, 3 things. Like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, and follow us on our social here at We Talk Mavs at Twitter. With all that being said, guys, we will see you guys here again on Wednesday night after the Dallas Mavericks play the Toronto Raptors. I'm your boy Rail. I got my boy King, and we are We Talk Mavs, and we will catch you guys here again soon.
Peace.
Go Mavs.